Good
Sound
morning,
like a fan?
everyone. Steve Leadham here with Tony Semidetti. We're with Business
Morning.
Checkup. Business Checkup is what you're here for, BCI. We are a sales organization. We just are direct business to business people that have great service products for business owners, and we approach them. We tell them what their needs are that perhaps they don't even know they have, and then we help build their business, especially in this new 21st century world of the internet and social media. So
Absolutely. You
today,
know what?
yeah,
Everything we read in the mark or in news or any of the sites that I'm on, and everybody sees on TV. This is where it's going. It's moving into the technology, the old school thinking, Steve, of radio and print and TV and newspaper and all that stuff. It's going bye bye, and those marketing companies that stand there are going to be gone. You know, there's a reason why that Xerox and all these companies are gone. Kodak, where are those guys at now? Because I'm gonna tell you this, because people did not make a move with the times. They stayed in their same mindset, in their business mindset, and it cost them billions. So, what? Here's a great thing: is Steve and I are on top of technology every day. We're improving the products. People are giving us referrals to other good products we can sell B2B. We're staying on top of this so that we can give them to you guys, so you can stay on top with your clients and sell them and make money and keep your client in business.
absolutely. What we're looking at on the screen right now is the BCI businesscheckup.info website. I know everyone's knows this website like the back of your hand. There are a couple of new things I really wanted to point out to people. Actually, the first one has to do with Facebook. If, of course, you're on Facebook, if you have not yet liked Business Checkup on Facebook, you should. Tony does a lot of posting of information that you can share with your clients, with your potential clients, just with your group. So go to businesscheckup.info. Here on the Facebook tab, you can just click that. It'll take you to Facebook. You can like it. Um, we've got one person in our group who's doing a great job. He set up his own Facebook page called Business Checkup hyphen Baton Rouge, and he ends up turning around and taking a lot of the material that Tony posts, and he posts it for his group, which is
And
the
actually, he
whole.
posted something the other day that I took off for his. It was great information. So I saw what he posted. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I reposted it.
Yeah. Uh, so the important button here is the R button, stands for repository. When you first click on that button, there will be a password that you'll need to enter, and that password right now is checkup, all lowercase, one word, CHECKUP, checkup. That'll bring you into here. This video here right now was from 2 weeks ago. Today's call is actually being recorded as a video, and we'll put it up here. And then eventually these videos will be down at the bottom of this list, down here as a history for you. Couple of things I wanted to go through here, and then we'll move over into Market Pro training. Support documents. Independent contractor agreement. We will need to have one of these signed and filled out by you when you are presenting your first sales contract, or you can do it even before that. Basically, it helps outline our business arrangement that you are an independent contractor. At the end of the year, we'll send you a 1099. And that we're going to pay you, and we're going to pay you fairly fast. Our goal is at least within 3 days of the contract we get. We have put a line in the sand that every Wednesday, if we're going to catch up on anything that's running late from the previous week. Uh, Business cards and email addresses, it's another form that you'll want to eventually fill out. And of course, right now we have a contest. You can click on this, download the PDF of what the contest is. But in essence, right now you sell one of any of our services, and we will actually set you up with your own business cards. You sell 3, and we're going to set you up with a Facebook. No, we're going to set you up with a Market Pro um, website and system just for you in your target market. And with 5, we're going to add in 2 months worth of Google Mobile. Is that correct, Tony? I believe
That is
so.
correct. That's
Okay.
actually, yeah, we're ordering a bunch of cars for people this week who made sales. Excited
Excellent.
about it.
So officially, the contest ended last night at midnight when we started it 2 weeks ago. But as promoted yesterday's email, thanks to me, Slacker Steve, on getting all of the Market Pro material together, which has taken me more time than I planned, we've decided to push out that promotion 2 more weeks now that you have everything available.
Correct. So we're actually going to start. Everybody who wanted, you're still getting the stuff, but actually we're going to go out 2 weeks from now. We're going to give you 2 weeks now. You got everything you need. By tomorrow, you'll have all the Google mobile stuff. It'll be on the site. We won't train out until next Wednesday, but you'll be on the site if you need the client leave behind or the presentation or the application. It will be on the website and under the R section here. So you'll have 2 more weeks getting this this contest. We already had a ton of people make sales in the last 2 weeks, and because of that. So I like contests. It makes people go out and kind of get out of their comfort zone and go make that call or go meet with that client that they don't normally do.
Yep. Um, I wanted to point out a couple of these items. First, over here under presentations, you've got now a brand new Market Pro PowerPoint. I believe Tony might be walking through that. You have a Market Pro agreement over in order forms, but you also have it down here in the entire printout area. And I wanted to just walk through a couple of those for you, just so that if you haven't seen them yet, you want to download them. There's a frequently asked questions on Market Pro. It covers all the frequently asked questions. There's a project timeline, because these are the basic questions that usually happen either right at the end of the sale or after the sale that the client might have. So these are the information cheat sheets for you. We have a 4-page brochure that you can print out or email. It's in PDF form. This does not have the ability to have you put your name on it. I just felt that it really didn't need it. Some of you will use it and some of you won't. And for me, it's easier to lock in all of the graphics and the text in a PDF. When you do it in a Word document, then it always depends on your own computer and your fonts and your settings and how the document looks. So by locking it into a PDF, it's better and standardized. Then also, you've got a couple of Word documents that you can then put in your name down at the bottom and number. These are 1-page flyers. And then you can turn them into a PDF or print them out. So we've got a beautiful color one that just looks great in an email. And then here's a black and white one. Black and white's great if you're going to, a trade show or maybe just a networking meeting and you wanted to have a bunch. And I'd put them on a nice colored paper as opposed to white, because it just adds a little bit more to it. And then finally here we have the agreement, which I, again, believe Tony will walk through a little later. That being said, let's kind of move right into Market Pro training. And Tony, do you want me to give you the screen here, or?
Oh, no, you keep it in control. Let's just go right into, the first, what would be the first thing we want to go into?
Do you want?
Okay, this is the PowerPoint, right?
Correct.
Okay. And okay. Listen, this right here, this first page sums it up. And we actually had somebody sell this yesterday, which we're going to bring on. Rick Stevens made one, and he told me how easy it was and what he did. And I don't know if there's a contest that made him go out and sell it or what, but we're going to have Rick Stevens talk a little bit and tell you guys what he did and how easy it was and stuff to go make a sale. And then, he told me I only filled out a little bit, and he actually faxed it over to me, and he filled out like 95% of it. I was like, man, it's just easy. Steve has made this so easy. Now, this presentation here is more, truthfully, Would you see, Steve, it's more for training, not more for a client leave behind, right?
Yeah, and it all depends. It depends on your own style. If you're a PowerPoint presenter, or you might be at a network meeting and they've given you enough time to do a full promotion. There you go. I'm going to go on mute because I got a dog barking in the background. So go ahead, Tony.
Okay.
Like,
So this is the most effective way to create a total visibility campaign for local exposure on the internet. This is the Market Pro, as we used to call it, BCI Premium Plus and stuff. This is for local exposure. It can help nationally because it puts you on like 520 national sites, 410 local directories. But it is for local. It does like a 30-mile radius, makes those ads. Makes like 20 different ads. Google does, put the meta tags in there, and they run those in a circle and stuff. So it's for local exposure, about 30-mile radius. So it covers every major city. A 30-mile radius, just lets you know, covers LA, anybody. It talks about people's websites, and we talk all the way about websites and how, you can have the greatest website, but it's out in the middle of the desert and nobody knows where it is. And if you're on page 38, nobody's going to find it. One of the things is it's expensive. I don't know if Steve's doing this or it's automatically going page so quickly. I apologize. Is it expensive?
well, I'm sorry, Tony. Tony, I was just giving them something different to look at while you were talking.
Oh, okay. Going out there. This
I can go
is
back.
expensive and everything. One of the biggest things that a lot of clients that talk to me, said, "Hey, I could do this," and then I'm like, "How long would it take you to do it?" And they're like, "Months." I'm like, "Do you have months to do this yourself?" And I talk about small businesses. A lot of small businesses think that when they start off, self-employed people, small business think, I got to do everything. I got to do my own accounting, my own paperwork, everything, my own marketing, my own advertising, and it comes down to the value of their time. I tell you guys to watch the Shark Tank on Friday nights and to watch Barter King. I watch it. I think I'm awesome in sales, and I still watch it to get trained better. And Barter, they're very good. They trade up with no cash ever changing hands, and they have to trade up for something more expensive than what they have. So it just teaches you better. Imagine that you got to go out there and increase your sale and with the same product. It's awesome training. But they talk about is, they ask, well, why do you want to get rid of your thing? And then they let the person just tell them how to sell it. Well, it's just in the garage, and the wife really wants to go on vacation. They're telling them how to sell it, okay? The same thing here. I listen. I say, well, why haven't you done this before? Why aren't you on 1,000 websites? Why, if I go to all, I don't see your, ad when I'm on email or Facebook, your ad doesn't pop up on the right. Why doesn't this happen? Because you could do it yourself. And they're like, well, I just don't have time. So I let them tell me how to sell. Well, what about reputation manager? How come you haven't done that? Well, I looked into it. It was like $1,000 a month. That's what I thought. So $1,300 annually and the $800 renewal is very, very cheap for what they give. When I go over the tabs and I talk to them about the different tabs and stuff and everything they get, including the reputation manager, monitor their top 3 competitors and stuff, they just can't believe the price. So, and I'm going to let Rick share how he made the sale, because that's how actually I do too, and it's a very good spot or a good way to go out and make the sales using Market Pro. All right, some of these mind-blowing stats are 10 billion searches done each month on Google. And let me explain this. I'm going to just throw a little blurb in for Google Mobile. Half of all searches last month in December were done on Google Mobile. Okay, just to let you know. 79% of all adults use the internet. You guys know all these statistics. Stuff I'm not telling you. 1/3 of users stay online each day for over three hours. I know that's true. I know. I can't tell you how many people can come home, get on their internet, or during the day. 40% of Facebook users are over the age of 35. Memberships over 1 billion. And we'll talk about that in 2 weeks now when we do Facebook training. 1 every 7 minutes is spent online on Facebook. So we make those ads. Those ads are also put on Facebook and stuff. Social media sites. We track all 12 social media sites on Market Pro. There's a tab. They track 12 of those sites, and it tells the customer how many people like their Facebook fan page, how many people join their Twitter account. They check 12 of them and monitor them and tell them daily, update their stuff daily. Research products. People do that all the time. They go on there and Google and want to read about the product and stuff. And again, yeah, a lot of people think they can do it their own, and when they fail, then they come back and they purchase the product. Average web viewers, 2,700 pages per month, SEF. 95% of business are listed online in sites like Google Places. In many cases, it's posted without the owner's knowledge. Okay, and 40% of the information is incorrect. I think that's way higher. I would say 100% of the clients I have dealt with, when we go online, they have incorrect information, wrong phone numbers, wrong addresses. And how can you find out that stuff? Remember we talked about going to yext.com, running that presentation, yext.com. There's another one that we did, and I did it with John McGinnis, I think, the other day. There's another one, but they have to email it to you and stuff. So, but anyway, I would say it's way higher than 40%. Your visibility score is like your FICO score, and most people fail. Again, most people have the wrong phone number, wrong address. The way you get your organic website driven up on page one is the more trusted, verified, good citation sources that have correct information about your company. Business name, business phone number, website, address. Those will make up your citation, and they have to be on trusted, Google trusted, verified sites. So a lot of people that I've seen go, well, I did my own on this site, or these sites for realtors, or these sites that, they're not even the part of the trusted websites. So you're wasting your time. You're not going to get your organic website driven up on page one. Again, this is what we do for our clients, you know. Big time. Online, how many times every day in the news or I see online and stuff, how many businesses get jacked? There was a thing I was going to post on Facebook about how many businesses, their sites get jacked or their client information get jacked, and they don't report it because they don't want their stockholders to, the value of their company to go down. They hide it from their shareholders. Reviews. Listen, that's one thing I love about this. Reviews are out there. Again, reviews are not made by clients. Very few clients. And I've had crappy service over the years, and I've been treated crappy when I went into a business, and I didn't waste my time by going in and writing a review. Most reviews are done by your competitors, your clients' competitors. They have a right to know when it comes out there or something's being said on the web. That's our reputation management immediately, so we can head it off. So we can go on there and post, great, another posting by our competitor across the street. He's jealous because we're booming, business is booming, we're stuff. So they need to know about it. One of my clients, I told you guys have seen him, CPR phone repair, and somebody went in there and wrote that these guys are the best business owners, one of the best owners I've ever met, big Christians, nicest people in the world, and somebody went in there and wrote, seriously, a page, one of the longest, things I've ever seen, review about a company, and you can just tell it's not a customer and stuff. So, and it was out there 3 years before they found it out or found it. We talk about advertising and spending money that doesn't produce that. We all do that. I'm not going to go over it. We know radio, TV, and all that kind of stuff does not work. Print ads, all that stuff. It does not work. It's old school, okay? It's not trackable. Everything we do is trackable, especially with this new dashboard back office. People can go in there and track all this stuff. How many people can we go out to? I mean, we're on 1,000 websites, 410 local trusted directories. How many people is that going to be exposed to? Owner verified. This will tell you. You guys get cards. The client gets 4 cards. Bing, Yahoo, Foursquare, and Google to verify that's a good thing. That drives your organic website up on page one. We're going to do this. These are some of the things, and you guys know this. I'm not going to go over this, but these are some of the things that we're going to go over, or that we do for them. Put them on all search engines, major map listings, create their profile. We call it a web card. We create and post a video, put them on 9 different video places, all the GPSs, all the 12 social media sites, all the mobile networks. That's humongous. The things that Steve and I did to increase and make this Market Pro from the old one was, 1, the video, 2, manage their I'm blanking here.
Yeah, it just
Put
goes
all their
on and
business
on and
on
on.
a reputation manager, and putting their on mobile mobile search engines. Listen, if 50% of all searches are going to be on mobile phones or are being on mobile phones, they say by June it'll be 80%. You need to have a mobile friendly business website, and you need to be on business directories. Who else is out there selling Google Mobile? They can go directly to Google and pay thousands. Okay, who else is doing it for $400 a month? Top of page one of Google. So anyway, and having business, Market Pro drives them up on Google Mobile organically too. We know all this stuff about Google, Bing, and how many searches and stuff. We want to make sure your business information is done correctly with the citations on trusted business directories. Again, you guys have met with clients, and you'll find clients, well, I do this and I do that. Nobody knows who that site is. It's not a trusted site. It's not going to help you. Those are just some of the ones that we put you on that are great. Again, we want trusted directories that'll help you push you up onto page one of Google organically. All right. Talk about this. The videos, again, that's what we do. We make a video for them and post it on those nine video places. Just great stuff. Look at that. Okay, we create all your social media business pages. We put that on your web car. We get it out there. We monitor all the stuff. I mean, I don't even know what half this stuff is, but I'm just glad that we do it. There's 25, over 25, or I think there's 25 total, not over, GPSs. And all these ones, I mean, I've heard a bunch of these, and Garmin, TomTom stuff, I'll put them in there so that they'll come up when somebody markets stuff. We share all their videos to this stuff. Put them on iPhones, all the mobile's window, Android, everything. We put it on there. Look at that. It's on track to overtake desktop searches by 2014. I think that's old news. I think it's right now 50. It was 50-50 in December of 2012. They say by June it'll be 80-20. So this is, we need to update. This is going to be by 80-20 by June this year. 80% of all search is going to be done on smartphones. Again, is your client on smartphones? Try to Google them, see where they are, see what page they're on. Is their website, this is the biggest one, is it mobile friendly? Can somebody just click to call or click for address? I can almost promise you 99.99999% of businesses, the answer is no. Why? Because it's mobile, Google Mobile, and this stuff's only been out since May of last year. 84% of all business owners who had a mobile website saw an increase in business. Talk about reputation manager. Nowadays, that's the number one thing every one of my clients asks me. Monitors their local, what's being said about them and their company anywhere on the web. As soon as something's posted in a blog or anything, they get a text and email. They also get a tab that shows where they're on in Google, Bing, Yahoo, and Foursquare. I'm on page 10, and they can watch over the months and years how we bring them from page 38 to page 35 to 25 to 8 to 2 up on the page 1 organically. This is where we run a report and can show them, hey, how it's getting fixed, and this is one of the tabs in there that shows how, what's missing out, what we need to work on, and what's incorrect. That's the number one thing, is just incorrect information about your client's business out there. We got to fix that. Their clients are online looking for them, and they're going to get, if they do find, they're going to have wrong information if we haven't fixed their stuff. The reviews and stuff, the popularity, there's the dashboard, visibility, all the stuff, where they're at, the reviews, we monitor all that stuff. And again, clients just want to see that it's working. And we tell them, I'm straight up, listen, it's 69 days before you can get your first stuff. I'm just straight up with people. Okay, overpromise, what is it? Underpromise and oversell. Overdeliver. I can't even think of it. Because when it comes out in 6 weeks, they're happy as can be. That's a wow moment. Remember I told you guys only ask referrals in a wow moment? That's a wow moment. We can look at their online competitors and see what they're doing and see where they're advertising, what words they're using. And I love that little tab right there. And the last tab is, we're talking about pricing. Pricing, $1,300 a year, $800 renewal. That's awesome. I mean, that's just, come on, for what they get. Anybody that's gone out there and looked for this, and there's all these cheap knockoffs. I told you, we had to put 4 companies together. You know, I had a client this week go, oh, you know, I can't afford the $1,300, so I went with Yex. They gave me $59. And she goes, and I said, do they do it? She goes, no, I have to enter it all, those $59 manually. I'm like, so you paid to enter it in manually. Good luck with that. There's Yex, and there's tons of other companies that do it. And they do 29 to 59. The most I've seen is about 75. We do 1,000. Why? Because we have 4 companies. We do 1,000. So how are you going to compete against my client who I put on 1,000 citations and you're doing 59, maybe 29 in most cases, and you're doing it yourself? You cannot compete against us. So there's the pricing. It's a very easy app. Exactly. I can't tell you how many business think they'll go, you mean a month? And they're getting ready to like buy, and I'm like, no, I mean a year. They're like, what? Yeah, $1,300 a year. It's just unreal, the pricing on the stuff. So what else? Now it's time, you know, I call it turn on your McDonald's lights. Make sure that if somebody's driving down the road, Mike Giannoli says the best thing. He says, like, hey, if you're driving down the road and that business doesn't have their lights on and their sign on, you don't even slow down. You keep driving to the next one. And that's true. If people are out there looking for your business, your client's industry and business, and they don't see your client, they don't even get a chance to stop in. They don't even get a chance to call your client. They're going to go to the next client, their competitors. So we are the solution.
Very good, Tony. Before jumping over perhaps into some more detailed actual sales training of it, because I covered the product really well, there's some good questions that have been popping up in the
I forgot that. You guys, I apologize. I am just blah, 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 blah.
No, that's all right.
So let's do that. Bill Peters says everybody should be sharing the BCI Facebook post to send it viral. Yes, Steve said, yes, I agree. I was able to put my name on the back page. Oh, okay. What was the barter program? I did get it. It's called Barter Kings. It's on A&E, Barter Kings. You can also find them on Facebook, so you get their posts and stuff. But it's called Barter Kings on A&E. The other one I recommend is Shark Tank. It's on Friday nights. What are some other ones, Steve? Is there any other ones we were talking about?
No, those are the 2.
Okay. What is the other site you use besides Yext? I use a company. There's another one called. I'm going online to open up, make sure it's the right one. The other one I use is, I believe it's localsearchoptimization.com. Again, you got to make sure that you don't hit the wrong button and they contact you and try to sell your client. So yeah, localsearchoptimization.com, but they have to email you. So you have to set up, pretend you're the client, so they email. But the problem is it goes to the client. So I don't know how you do it unless you had access to your client's website, because they email the client. And you don't want them to do that.
Yeah, Tony, why don't you cover that when you're kind of moving into the specifics on the sales process? There was one question.
Okay, so I'll cover that.
Yeah.
Yes, we are talking about multiple locations. The first site's 13. Second, any location they have more than one location is $900 a year. Second location. John McGinnis, when did Google Mobile launch itself? It was May of 2012. Does BCI use Yex to claim citation or local? No, we do not use Yex. So we just ask if we use Yex to do anything. No, I only use them for their free reports. They only do 59 citations. So I don't use Yex except for their free reports. What's the prime target market businesses? And what size of a biz? Good question, Dave. Maybe you can ask that. Listen, every business needs Market Pro. I don't care if you're Amway, Mary Kay, you're a restaurant, you're a locksmith, you're a dentist, any business. I just signed up a Legal Shield. I guarantee all you guys know Legal Shield people. There's millions of them. They're like, I'm not going to cockroaches. They're everywhere. So I just did one because I sat down and explained to him, how are you going to differentiate your Legal Shield business from the other 1,000 Legal Shield reps in Colorado Springs? And he did Market Pro. That's the only way. All these networking groups, networking guys are perfect to go sell to. You got to make them understand. Are you going to do the same thing? Are you only looking to recruit people and internally sell, or do you want to go out and make sales to actual clients? And if they get that concept, they'll buy Market Pro. So any business, this is the first thing. I won't sell anything else unless I sell Market Pro first, because it helps for everything. Google Mobile, Facebook, it does. It is the foundation for everything else we do. Politicians. That's a great credit day. I have never sold to a politician. I think of Facebook, and I'll just throw it out there. I was upset that the Republicans did not use social media in this last election, and Obama did. He had 70 million followers on his website. He raised 60 million in one day. Romney had 5 million followers that liked his fan page. So I think the Facebook fan page would probably be the number one thing I'd sell them, Dave Egan. The second thing I'd do, I would probably, you could do Market Pro for them, but I think the Facebook fan page would be the number one thing for a politician or a politician group. I just picked up a client called Patriots Marketplace, where they have certain things. You can get a little sticker like a Minuteman on your business that it's almost like I can't think of it. What's that, Steve? What's that group that is like a private, like secret society group kind of thing?
Masons.
The Masons, yes. It's like the Masons, and they have this, all these things that you have to agree to and stuff. But then you're gonna put this business on there, and then they're gonna have a smartphone app that when you click on a smartphone app, it'll tell all the businesses that are Patriot businesses, and so you can go visit them. It's really cool. But anyway, they're on Facebook, and I explained to them they need to be on Facebook and getting likes on their page and stuff. And then we're also doing Market Pro for them.
Tony, would you like to bring in Rick Stevens right now? Rick Stevens? Would you like to chat with him?
Are you ready for Rick?
I think so.
All right, Rick. I think Steve's going to unmute you. Are you there, Rick?
Rick? I know he's on the phone.
I know he was on the phone. Rick, are you there? Does he have to do anything like *1 to start talking or anything?
I don't believe so.
Rick, see you. Can you speak?
We got funny people in the question and answer. Rick, Dave is saying going once. Rick going twice.
Going twice.
Oh, well, Rick says he can hear us.
*6, Rick. If you're there, hit *6 and see if that works. *6, Rick. We see you.
Oh, that's
Rick,
a bummer.
Figure out. Also, why don't we call back in and have him, or Steve, you want to tell him the number to call back in and give him the number to the access code so he can just talk that way since we can't hear him?
Let me, yeah.
Tony, Rick. Rick says he can hear us. Well, Rick, can you talk on the phone? Can you hear us?
Oh, let's see.
Rick, what's the number to call in, Steve?
Well, that's a good question.
Welcome to GoToWebinar, web events made easy.
Call this number, and the number is, it's on our thing, right? Does it show? Oh, it doesn't show me the passcode now that I'm in. Crap. Steve, talk. Rick, I'm gonna try to call you on your cell phone. Steve, keep talking while I do this. Steve, you there? Steve. Guess he's gonna offer him a treat. People are funny. Offer him a treat. Oh my gosh. We got a bunch of comedians today. All right. Steve, are you there? Now we lost Steve. Anyway, guys, Rick went out and did a sale.
Welcome to GoToWebinar, web events made easy.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back.
All right, until we get Rick on, you want to get pull up the application?
So I sent Rick I had to go offline to send him a different information. So we'll have him try. Tony, you want to switch over to
code and all that kind of stuff, Rick? We just sent it to you.
Yeah, Tony, do you want to switch over to your screen so you can show them different things about the sales process, or
No,
no?
oh
Okay.
yeah, no, it don't matter. Do you want? Should I do it? I was just going to show him the application, and I
Yeah,
wish
I can.
Rick could talk so he could show it.
Let's. Okay.
There's the client information. Let's just go over that until we get Rick on.
Okay.
Rick, call in on the
Hello.
number, hang up, call in
Hey,
on the
there he
number,
is.
I'll punch in and ask
There he
you.
is. I hear him.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Rick.
Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear, Rick. This is Rick Stevens.
Good.
Rick went out and off the trains on air. He went out, and I'm going to tell you how he did a sale. He went out and did a sale, and I'm going to tell you how what he did. And Rick, I want to tell you how you used Yext and how you put in this base and said, dude, you got the wrong information out there. So I'm going to let Rick talk. Very impressed with what Rick did. He filled out the app, almost perfect. It was great. Great job, Rick. So here's Rick Stevens.
Yeah, hello. Thank y'all for having me. What I've been doing is I took the Market Pro brochure off of the website, and I took it to a local printer, and I printed it 11 by 17. That's all 4 pages on about a 70-pound white gloss, folded it over. But I was able to have my printer put my name on the back of it and my phone number without any trouble. And so I just went into an alcohol and drug treatment center. They knew who I was, but I just cold called and walked in. But before I went, I've got about 10 businesses that I've ran the Yext report on. And so I went in, when I went in, to be honest, I didn't go in.
You said the Yext report, right? That little free report and stuff?
Right.
YEXT.com.
Right. And so everything I've pulled from there so far has got so much red on it. And so I really kind of messed up a little bit yesterday. I didn't go in there to make a sale. I went in there to set the stage to make a sale, which I'm not going to do that next time. I'm going to go in intentionally to make a sale. So I walked in, and I had the Yext report. I had my real nice-looking 1117 brochure. And I asked, was this guy in? They said, yeah. So they brought me back. And I sat down, and I noticed he'd been doing some ads, and I asked him, I said, what? Of course, I knew the answer, but I asked him, I guess you're running ads on TV to draw more customers. And he said, well, yeah. And so I said, well, let me show you something here. And all I did was lay the Yext report on his desk. And he picked it up, and I said, look at all that red there. And I said, this is your online presence. And I think it had like 113 places it had been. And I said, that's not good. And he looked at it and he said, no, it's not. And he said, what can I do about that? And so I gave him the 1117 handout. We went over it really good, and he said, well, I'm ready to go. How we do it? And I said, well, I didn't even have an order form with me. I had to go out to my car to get my order form. And so I said, well, let me go and get my order form, and I did. And I came back in, and we filled it out. I was probably there 30 minutes at the most. And so that's kind of how that happened. So I come back and emailed Tony, and then I faxed him the paperwork. And but the Yext report, I'm not going to be one of those, I don't think right now, that I do a lot of selling over the phone. That's probably not my strength right at this point. But I'm very good in front of people, so I plan on printing off. I'm going to do about 20 or 30 of the brochures every week, and I'm going to plan out where I'm going pretty much. I'm going to do about a 50-50 cold call to somebody that I don't have a Yext report on that I'm going to pull up while I'm there. And then I'm going to have some targeted places that I go in with the Yext report already in hand. And that's going to be pretty much, I guess, my weapon of choice, so to speak, is going to be that Yext report. Because it don't lie.
That's great,
So,
Rick.
all right, there's me.
So when you go to yext.com,
Right.
is this what you did? You just went to
Yes.
yext.com?
Right. I just went in there and I typed the business name and the phone number. That's all it asked for. And it pulled up it was Alcohol and Drug Treatment Center. So that just goes to show you that any business, will work. Because it's actually Alcohol and Drug Rehab Center. That's what I did right there, what you're seeing.
Isn't that cool? And then you printed
Oh,
this
I
page
love it.
out?
Yes, I
And Rick
printed that
on their
out.
Facebook. These guys don't even have their phone number on the Facebook.
Yeah, I know, but you told me one thing you said in the beginning is don't try to sell them everything, and so I mentioned the Facebook to them, but I want to do the wow effect. I think I want to work on this and start showing them what we're doing. They're very open to Facebook down the road, and I think I'll get that sale within the next probably 3 months to 6 months. But I mean they are. Yeah, you're right, Tony. They don't have anything. But this report here to me is almost like a weapon or a gun in a sense because all that red, everybody understands that, or to me they do.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, and you guys saw that. That's all I did. He showed the report and said, you know, that comes back. I told you guys that, you know, some of you guys heard me tell me about the story about the salespeople and the airport and stuff. But seriously, simple is better. If you just show the client, listen, this is what's being, and they know it. They know it. A lot of them are in denial, but they know it. Just like Rick said, it's like this only shows 67 or whatever it is. Well, imagine if we showed you 1,000. You know what I mean? Are your competitors finding you? And then we went to their Facebook. There's no phone number. There's no way to contact them. Their website wasn't on there. Their email wasn't on there. They got a Facebook fan page that nobody can contact them except through Facebook. And so we can go and, you know, Rick's going to go back and talk to him about that and get that. And, you know, Rick, great job. I like how you kept it simple. Here it is. You know, your company stinks on the internet. We can fix it. We are the answer. It's a very low cost. Here's the app. Filled it out. Like I said, almost perfect. And boom, the guy, he knows he needs it. The business owner knows he needs that.
Yeah, it took
Great
me about
job,
30
Rick.
minutes. Okay. It took me about 30 minutes while I was in there. It's about all it took.
30 minutes. Very nice. That's not bad. Made $400
No.
in 30 minutes.
I plan on doing more of them.
I like it. Steve, got anything more?
No, thank you, Rick. Sorry,
Steve, did we lose
I
you
got a
again?
dog barking in the background, so I keep going on
Hey,
mute.
by the way, that brochure, that design you got looks good on 80-pound gloss, 11 or 17. I'm going to tell you, fold it in half. It makes a really nice handout.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay.
Tony, why don't you walk through this the application here?
Awesome. Okay. So this application, listen, you know, like I was surprised. Rick says, "Oh, I got a lot to fill in," and the truth is, he filled in like 95% of it, and you can. And if you can, the most important thing is to make sure they initial the 3, sign the credit card. I need the, you know, if you had to do the bare basics, at least give me their website. Give me any information so I can go out and look at it and find stuff. You might not know the words, the industries we're going to use. That's fine. I'll help you, show you how to do that. But get the bare minimum. And so let's go to page 1.
Page 1.
Okay. So there's get the contact name, phone, email, secret question, secret answer. What that is for when we set up their e-voice tracking phone number, we need a secret question answer. Listen, again, I don't dwell on this stuff. If they don't just immediately tell me, I make something up. It's simple because we email them their secret question word. What's my favorite color? Blue. That's one of the ones I make for my clients. It's so simple. So a lot of these things, don't dwell on it. Don't sit there, well, let me think about secret question. Just, hey, do you got one? No. Okay, I'll make one up for you. And then you just give it to them. Look, your secret question, secret answer is this. Okay, thanks. If they want to change, they can change it later. Business name, obviously the tracking phone number, business phone, we'll put in there. Their address. Again, we need a good citation. We've got to have their good address. Business email, business website, their Facebook website. What is their name on Facebook or that URL if you want to copy that and put it on there? Your name, phone, and email. Pretty simple. Okay, business tagline and slogan. You know, how many years in business? That's a big one right there. Their business hours. What hours they open? If they're, you know, by appointment only on Saturday and Sunday. Brief business overview. If they have it, again, I don't dwell on this. If they have a website, I've already done my homework. Truthfully, when I go into a business or meet with them, I have 75% of it is already done. And seriously, they're in and out of my office in 15 minutes. Because I'm going to pull that business brief overview and print stuff off their website and say, you know, highlight stuff and go, hey, this is what you want me to put on there? Yeah, that represents my business. 4 keywords. A lot of them might know. Let them give you suggestions, but we're going to go and use that Google AdWords keyword tool, external, which I've shown you guys, and we're going to find out what the best Googled words and phrases are. Area service, remember, it's a 30-mile radius. So like in California, you can't go San Diego, LA, and Sacramento, and, no. It's a 30-mile radius. So like, Denver, we do Denver, Thornton, Aurora, whatever. It's a 30-mile radius. And so the main city and the 3 cities around it, 30-mile radius. What credit cards they take, gift cards, whatever. Services. Now, again, a lot of this stuff, 99% of the time I can pull off their website. But, again, that's, I want to have it pre-filled out as much as I can to say, is this what you think? Oh, yeah, that. And then they make, oh, but I also do that. Okay, add that in there. We only have 200 characters in each one of these boxes that we can put in there. So 200 characters is not a lot. So professional associations. A lot of clients don't even have professional associations. So this is where I put other stuff in for clients that don't have that, and I would add more of their services or profiles. So that's why I said I pull a lot of this stuff off the website. Products, I do this and this and this. Well, again, if a lot of people don't have more than one product or they have one product, then I add other stuff into this box. So don't worry about it. If you guys don't sit there and beat yourself up and not know that. Put in the basic stuff, and I'll help you. Brands. Very few people have brands. Like my roofer, he had brands or something like that. If you want to put some brands in there, but most companies are not going to have a brand. Again, I can use this block to put other information in there. Total number of employees, Go ahead and mark that in there. How much it costs? $1,300. Make credit card. Make sure you fill everything. Listen, the billing address is the most important thing. We got to have the billing address where that credit card goes to, or it'll be declined. Expiration, Make sure they sign those 3 initial and sign right there in that box below. That's very important. And then page 5 is if they have additional locations. Right there, and let them know. E-voice is very big. We give them 6 months free on the e-voice. After that, and we charge them $1 just to make sure the credit card's good, and then they credit back them $1 the next day. And then 6 months down the road, they get an email from e-voice going, hey, we're going to start billing you $9.99 a month if you want to keep this free tracking phone number. Again, I won't do sales without tracking phone number because you have to be able to prove to the client it works.
Right, and after 6 months, I mean, their proof in their mind is probably already set. And so if they don't want to pay the $10 a month that eVoice would charge them, they can cancel it. I mean,
absolutely.
Page 5.
All right.
Okay.
So next page is
gobbledygook.
Have a sign. This is their stuff. The last page is if they have additional locations at 900, not 1,300, so 900 for each additional location. A lot of people have more locations. There you go. That's how we do it. So that's the app. Take it, and then you can scan it and email it to me or fax it to my toll-free fax. Comes right to my email. Again, when you meet with a client, you should have most of this filled in because most of it's you don't want to sit there and go have the client have to think too much about this because we're the marketing person. We're supposed to be doing this for them, But if they have any words or something, I'd like to add this to it. Okay, great. But if you've done your job and you're getting paid for it, just like Rick. Rick spent a half hour, made $400 yesterday. That's doctor wages. For $400, Rick better do most of the work here. And he did. He did like almost all the work for the client. And that's what he's supposed to do. That's what the client's paying him to do. All right. Anything else on that? Oh, is this the leave behind, the client leave behind?
So yeah, this is the 4-page brochure that Rick took into his local, Staples or Office Max, and he gave them the PDF, and he said, "Can you lay this out on one sheet of paper?" And it's something they can do in their computer fairly easily, where it's a 11 by 17 piece of paper, and that way it folds in half, and it's got page 1 on the cover, and then page 2, 3, and then inside, and page 4 on the back. And then he was able to have them on the back. Apparently, they just probably put his name maybe up here, as in please contact, or down here. I mean, that's something that they can do while they're setting it up for print. Great idea, Rick.
Yeah, and Steve did all this. Steve's worked many hours to do this. He's getting us up on professionalism and doing all this stuff. Steve, I greatly appreciate this because it does help people. I mean, I like that idea, what Rick did. That's a great idea. I'm glad you shared that with everybody. In fact, I think I might do that. But I do Yext. And if you don't want to print it out, The easiest thing you do is just go to Yext, run the report, and then that way they for sure can't hit that button where Yext contacts them. But then you just do save as a PDF, and then you can email it, and then you save it and put a name on it, Billy Bob Johnson's Barbecue, and you save it, and then you can send it to them in a PDF, and they can see it and see that report.
Someone said, if they show up here on red on this report, does that mean they're invisible on the internet?
No, what that means is they have incorrect information that is out there on the internet.
Oh, like here on this particular one, it's saying we're not finding the address, but it doesn't say we're not finding the business name. Obviously, it did find the business name and the phone. It just didn't find the address. Which in particular, this particular one is a site that I work with, and they're a national site. They're not focused on local at all, so it doesn't surprise me that they have such a hole on the local side.
Yeah, so this checks about 250, and look at all these there, or checks 67, I believe. And on 67 sites, there was 199 wrong things. But so anyway, use that. But if you screenshot or whatever, then they can't click on that fix all, because you do not want that, because they're going to contact your client. And go, we can do 67 of them, whatever it is. They're like, yeah, we do 1,000. Thank you for playing.
I'm checking the questions to see if there's anything left, because I think we're about wrapping things up.
The PDF you can send up when you go to print, you can add and save it as PDF. Rick's asking about saving a PDF. When you go to print something, if you click on the box that has options, which printer you want to send to it, you can add in there, save it as a PDF, and that's what I do. And then it saves into a file, and then I go back and email the client and just send them the PDF.
Obviously, this is a Mac window, but they all look the same. There's some usual button that says Save as PDF.
Yep, right up here at the top where it says Save. Mark asked you something about Google Tablet. So yeah, we only have 3 minutes left. Like I said, we want to get you out here. We kind of went longer than we wanted, but again, Steve has us. We're going to get more professional. We're going to have Steve's recording these. They'll be in the back office. Next week we're going to have, but Steve and I got to get out because we got to get ready to get trained by Google Mobile. But we're going to train on that next Wednesday. We're extending the contest for 2 weeks. Go get it. Great job to Rick and all the other guys that made sales last week. We're getting all these, business cards ordering for you guys and everything. And again, look at that. Rick just told you 30 minutes and he made $400. Great job. I'm glad he's going to keep going out there and, you do 2 of those a week and $3,200 a month. A lot of people do not make that working a full-time job. So,
yep.
Anybody have any other questions? Thank you, Patrick. Anybody have any other questions or anything real quick? Because we don't want to keep you guys on here too long.
So let me remind everybody what these new great business cards look like, because they are cool.
Very cool. There they are, and we're going to make it local. I like that. It's going to say local, regional rep. It's going to have that stuff on the back. They're 2-sided, slick, thick. These are the nicest cards. They're not like your Vistaprint stuff. It's like a piece of toilet paper. This is a thick one, double-sided, 2-color, and the slick, the what do you call it? I'm not saying slick. What is it called? I don't even know what the heck it's called.
It's kind of like a plastic coating. It's very neat.
Yeah, like a plastic. There you go. Gloss. Thank you, Rick. Need about 5 cups of coffee this morning.
So go out and get one sale of something. We'll set you up with your own business cards, and get 3. We'll add something into the pot. Get 5 in the next 2 weeks, and we'll have you dialed in on your local marketplace. So.
And I see a couple people on here that are not on my email. Mark Simmons, there's a couple on here that I don't know if I have. If you guys are not getting my emails and stuff I put out, email me now. I know I look on here like 99% off, but there's like 3 or 4 people I don't see, and maybe those are your guys, Steve. But email me and I'll put you on our email distribution list, Tony@businesscheckup.info, and I'll put you on, because I send out stuff about the webinars when Steve sends me stuff to put out to you guys. But I just noticed there's a couple people I don't recognize the names or I don't have your emails. do it. Dave has on EX is only 5 a day we can run. Dave, that's how it used to be. I don't know now. So, and you know, if you have 3 or 4 different computers, you know you can do 5 per computer. So, there you go. All right, guys, 11 o'clock. Thank you guys for being on here. Thank you, Steve, for doing everything, the website, everything. We got to go get trained on Google Mobile. We're going to be putting that out either, you know, probably by Friday. All the training, the client leave behinds, the PowerPoint presentations, and everything on Google Mobile. So we're going to go get trained on that. Appreciate your time. You guys have a great week. Go out and make a sale. Go out and make some money. Get out there and talk to people. Steve.
Absolutely. If you have questions, give us a call. It's been a great call.
All right, everyone have a great day. We'll talk to you guys later.
All right.